Some big news for you guys to start off your week in the Cardano ecosystem. We have Snek listing on the biggest exchange here in Australia. We also have some stats and data from Minswap and Optim Finance, having a look at how they've been doing over the last few days. And we also have some news updates from Sky Protocol that are building a data availability layer, a L2 scaling solution for the Cardano ecosystem. Their token sale was pretty good. So we'll get into the next stages for that project. Right, let's get into it.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
So for the first news story here, we do have Snek listing on Swyftx, and I gave this a go myself. I had to see it to believe it before I went ahead and tweeted about it or posted about it, whatever they call it these days. I logged into my Swyftx account and managed to buy myself some Snek there, 10 AUD worth of Snek, and I confirmed it is definitely there. It definitely does work. This is all due to some pressure from, I believe, Morpa here has been doing a lot of the legwork to try and get Swyftx to list the Snake on their exchange, and finally they've done it. So this is pretty big. There's not many exchanges that will list Cardano native tokens, and the big deal about this is that once one Cardano native token gets in, hopefully we see a snowballing effect and we see a few more get listed in. So once the exchange see what types of volume they'll get through the DEX, not DEX, centralized exchange. So once they see the volume, the amounts of trades, and hopefully more accounts being created because of that particular token, hopefully then we see them open their eyes to the rest of the Cardano ecosystem and say, hey, all right, let's list Nike. Let's list World Mobile Token, Min Token, Sunday Token, and all these other ones from the Cardano ecosystem that are really cool and do have a really good big following too. I only mentioned a few there. I know there's a lot more. Hopefully this is just the initial token, the first one that opens up, and we'll see more after that. So support this, guys. So if you are in Australia, if you can open up a Swyftx account, look at the links down below. This is Swyftx here. It's a really reputable exchange here in Australia. I've got affiliate links down below. So if you want to support the channel and support Cardano tokens on their exchange, sign up below. I'd really appreciate that. So please do. You can have a look at how the token's trading on Tap Tools. So I'll put links down below for you guys. So if you don't use Tap Tools, this is the best place to look. It's got a lot of data about what's happening on chain here. See the amount of buys and sells and all the orders from across the different DEXs on the ecosystem. And of course, your trading charts as needed. You can find out more information about the token itself at snek.com. Again, links down below. They're doing it quite well as a community meme coin. And, I have to admit, I do like the memes. They also have an energy drink, if you didn't know. And I can't order this here in Australia. They won't ship to Australia. I've tried. Maybe someone can bring it over if they're traveling over here. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I've seen a lot of people try it on social media, and they do have a bit of a social media following too. So do check that out. Follow all the links. Again, all the links down below for you guys. Now, I do these videos on a regular basis to keep you guys up to date with everything that's happening. I do all these interviews, and I don't get paid for any of this. All my revenue primarily comes from the YouTube ads and sale of NFTs. So if you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. You can have a look here. These are all my fantastic channel members at the moment. You can subscribe if you have the means to do so, and it's just a price of a cup of coffee. So I've kept it as low as possible. So if you do have the means, if you do want to support, you can do so that way, and it keeps me going, keeps me motivated, and keeps me producing these videos for you guys. If you can't afford that, that's totally fine. You don't need to. Don't feel guilty that you can't. But if you can, at least hit that like and subscribe button. It helps with the algorithm and it helps me get these videos out there for the community. Now, with that out of the way, let's get back to it. The next news story here is around Optim Finance, and they put up some data around the APYs around their staked sOADA. So for the people that are minting sOADA and then staking it to their platform, you are gaining some decent yields here. Have a look at this. So we've got Epoch 494 at 11.3%. And if you have a look at 495, 10.5, and then 496, 10.6. So it's hovering around that that lovely 3x of what you would normally get from your ADA staking. So you do give up some things here. So when we create OADA, you give up your staking rights to that ADA, and they've been auctioning that off to different people in the ecosystem that are willing to buy it per epoch. So now they get the staking rights, they can do voting, they can do whatever they want. Maybe they're staking it to an ISPO or something like that. I've done videos on ISPOs, check out the links down below. But we can now see how this is all playing out and how it's working. So people are looking for those other opportunities with those staking rights for the ADA, but then people that don't want those staking rights are staking it and earning a really high APY. So this is a really cool strategy that people are deploying now, and it seems to be working for a nice amount of return, this lovely yield here per epoch. I think I'll give this one a go and see how it goes for myself and see what type of returns I get over the next few months as I play around with this one. But Optim Finance, please do check it out. The next one here is looking at some of the trading volumes that's going through Minswap at the moment. So Anastasia Labs was one of the teams that did the security audit for Minswap V2. But we have a look at this here. Yesterday, Minswap had 81% of Cardano DEX volume, with V2 accounting for 69% of that. Only 4 days after its launch, and Minswap V2 had almost 5x daily volume as V1. This is really, really exciting to see. We're glad to see V2 usage spread like butter and on hot toast. That's pretty cool. Now, I know there's a little bit of inconsistency, incorrect data calculations from tap tools in regards to that, but still the numbers are looking quite good, and a lot of the trades are going through the V2 protocol at the moment. So thank you for all those people that have migrated their DEX liquidity from V1 to V2. I did a video about that too. If you haven't done so, you can learn how to do it. Take your time in that process. Some people migrated large volumes of liquidity and it got stuck in the migration process. It just took a real long time. So there's a manual way of doing it and an automatic way of doing it. Just be aware, if you're moving large amounts of liquidity, the automatic way will take a bit of time. So you can force it to be quicker if you do it manually. Just keep that in mind when you're doing those liquidity migrations. But thank you everyone that's migrated the liquidity. It's made trading a lot faster already on Cardano. Now, VyFinance I haven't talked about in a little while, but it's really good to see that the team are still building and they are still improving everything. And, everyone's moving onto Plutus V2 at the moment with Aiken and doing the speed optimizations there, which is fantastic. VyFinance are now moving to V3. So they're planning and doing what they need to do to get the next level of upgrades available for Plutus V3. So that's absolutely fantastic to hear. So they've had a mammoth speed increase of their DEX. See in the comments down below. You can see these trades here. They're going from, here's an 18-second trade. There's a 14-second trade. So it's really good to see that they have proof here that the transactions are going through fairly quickly. And then they have huge upgrades to infrastructure that prepare us for a Plutus V3 upgrade. Really cool. And users can now create custom pools. So custom pools is something that they didn't have for quite a while, but now it looks like you can. So any project that wants to create a liquidity pool on VyFinance now can do so. So now you can create a token and launch it on any of those launch pads, such as T-1, which VyFinance is, I believe, a partner of. And then that token can be easily created a pool for on the DEX itself. So that's all a part of their ecosystem and really good to see. So congratulations VyFinance for continuously building in the bear market. The next one here, this is around the DReps and the workshops that are going on at the moment. And there's one coming up in Sydney on the 4th of September. I got to check that date. I'll put a link down below, but the newsletter just came out for that one. But Ha Nguyen here in Vietnam has been powering through and doing so many of these DRep workshops at the moment. And here is her latest cohort of DReps over in Vietnam. So this is another 12 enthusiastic community members going through the DRep program and learning how to be a DRep. They learnt about on-chain governance design, SIP 1694, DRep's role, DRep's code of conduct, DRep reward mechanism, and DRep support tools, how to create DRep ID, EssentialNet Gov tools, and so on and so on. So there's a lot to learn to become a decentralized representative for the Cardano ecosystem, but we have a whole bunch of people moving forth into that arena, especially in Vietnam. So that's amazing. Please keep up the good work there. The next news update is around Sky Protocol. They had their Sky token launch on their platform last week, and they did a fantastic job in raising the funds to take the platform to the next level. So they managed to raise 607,000 ADA, which is absolutely fantastic, especially in these market conditions, and they're launching the liquidity pool on Splash. So if you have a look here, you can see the data. It's all on Tap Tools, and let's have a quick look here and see how it's going. It's fairly stable at the moment. Usually with a lot of these token launches, you see a big spike up in the price as people trying to get the tokens that didn't participate in the token sale, and then the tokens tend to drop off as people sell for profits. But over the last couple of days here, it seems to be quite stable in its price. So it's quite interesting to see that one there. I usually see that dip out quite dramatically, but no, it's holding its price. You can also see the liquidity pool here on splash.trade. So if you are interested in buying any of the Sky tokens, you can do so through Splash Protocol at the moment. So in other news around Sky Protocol, they are now looking for node providers for their network. So they're doing a call out now, and now they're looking for operators, stake pool operators that would like to be a part of the Sky network. So this is absolutely fantastic for anyone that is operating Cardano node at the moment. I know a lot of node operators don't always mint blocks. There's a lot of small stake pool operators out there, and this is another opportunity for them to apply their knowledge, apply their skills and expertise to run a node for a different network. And Sky Node is a pretty good one because it's all about data availability for the Cardano ecosystem. So now dApps can build on their platform. So a Cardano dApp such as like Minswap can build and have that extra L2 and faster trading experience because of their network. So this is what it's all about, and decentralizing their network is really important too. So now, if you are a stake pool operator, please consider this. I think this application process is only open for 7 days, so it's about another 3 days before this application closes from the time of recording this video. So check that one out if you are an operator. The other thing here, they're also now looking for devs. So if you are a experienced Cardano developer and you are wanting to contribute to what they're building here, please reach out. Again, links all down below. You can reach out to them via X or on their Discord server. Now, to update you guys on those scams, I did a scam video recently showing how these scams actually operate and work and what these live videos are doing. And that one that I featured in my scam video, links down below, and that last one that I featured in my scam video has been taken down. So after a little bit of pressure, it got wiped off YouTube. Another one popped up. This one here just popped up a couple of hours ago. I reported, and again, that one was taken down. So the process is getting faster, maybe because it wasn't a weekend and there's more employees working, they could take those videos down. But please, if you do see them, do report it. It does get taken down by the YouTube team. This one literally took less than an hour to be nuked after I reported it. So please keep it in mind. If you do see it, type in Cardano, click on live. If you see one of these scam videos, please nuke it straight away. Now, this last news story that I talk about here, this was a Cardano Codex. It was a meetup that happened over the weekend in Hyperbad, and some interesting news came out of here. So Ouroboros Capital, they're launching a decentralized VC arm there over in India. And this will help a lot of startups in the space find the funds that they need to start building. And to just have a look at these photos here. This was a photo of Sui Parallel Summit for Aptos. Not many people in the crowd, but you have a look at this one in Hyperbad. It's a full house. There's a lot of people interested in building on Cardano there. And it was a very well put together event. You can see Patrick hiding there at the only fair-skinned one in the crowd. But yeah, it looked like an absolutely amazing event, and thank you to the Newcast team for putting that one on. It seemed like it had come out of nowhere. I didn't quite catch this one when it was announced, but it seems like the team managed to get a lot of people involved and a lot of attention on this one. So absolutely fantastic, guys, to see. And I can't wait to see more of these really cool Cardano events come around, especially the hackathon that's coming up in Berlin as well. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys. If you love this type of content, if you want to support the channel, there's many ways that you can do it. You can become a channel member, or you can just simply hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, click that notification bell, give this video a like, and I'll keep you up to date with everything that's happening in Cardano. All right, I'll see you in the next video.